So friends, pharma companies are facing a big challenge in terms of logistics and scarcity of the manpower. And I thought if technology can help to restore functioning of these companies by taking precautionary methods so that it may help the company run smoothly their operations. Hi friends, I'm Sandeep Patil and I'm founder and managing director at Securizen Systems Private Limited. And today I'm going to show you some solution which has been shared by the industry experts, Mr. Pankaj Gaiki of HID Corporation. He comes with a rich 10 years of experience into this electronic security field, and he is currently working as a regional sales manager for West region in HID Corporation. Let us all welcome Mr. Pankaj. Welcome Pankaj for this particular webinar.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. And I do agree with you when industry want to restart, when economy want to restart. Uh, Many organizations want to restart their offices, their factories, their premises, and at the same time they want to ensure that their premises are safe.
Right.
They want to make ensure that they do not they function smoothly. They do not take risk of spreading of this virus in their premises. So this is very important in terms of taking measures, and how we as a technology experts can support for restarting of this economy, and for industries, that we can that is very important. And I think you have taken this initiative. Thanks for that.
Thank you, Pankaj. And just to begin, what do you think, how the technology can help in this current situation? Like, is there any touchless solution where you can have, a safe distance between the working employees? Like,
Yeah, so whenever you see, if any employee or visitor or vendor who is entering into a premises, the first touch point is basically access control system. So you
mhm,
have either flap barrier, you have either a turnstiles, or you have a doors, where you might be having various type of readers, either card readers, biometric
yes.
readers, or all these type of readers which are installed, because
Mhm,
access control is also mandatory in this environment, where government all the guidelines also mentions that you can reopen your industries with access control system. But at the
okay.
same time, how do we ensure that they are touchless,
Mm,
they, because that is a touch point where everyone will have a one touch point at
right.
while entering and while going out also. So
Yeah.
here we also have some, so we have also some sort of solutions available. uh,
Mhm.
so and we can discuss on that.
Okay. So, can you
So
just help us know what is the solution which is available with HID?
HID being industry leader and pioneer in access control solution from last 25 years.
Mhm,
From last 3-4 years, we have been promoting mobile access solutions very aggressively in the market. We have been, and we have seen a lot of success stories also, not only in India. Globally, there are a lot of success stories on mobile access solution. So
okay.
in mobile access, what happens? It's like a virtual credential. So your
Mm,
physical card or biometric template or everything, any physical credential gets converted into a virtual credential, and your mobile phone becomes your credential. So a
mhm,
user, whenever he is entering into the premises, whenever he is taking access into the premises, he can just use his mobile and get
mhm.
entry into the premises. At the same time, he does not have to touch it. You can set the distance. You can do it from 2 meters also. You can do it from 1 meter also. You can do it from 2 feet also. So however you want to keep it as per your requirement. So that is the way you can reduce this touch point at every entry point in the organization.
Seems interesting. Like this solution seems to be interesting and a futuristic solution where people are just, dreaming of. But then,
Correct.
Pankaj, just to understand, like how easy it is, to upgrade the existing access control system that the customer has it, because it
Uh,
may be difficult, to replace the entire system just for touchless entry points.
I do understand. Actually, time, energy, as well as money, all are important aspects when organization want to reopen. So obviously no one would like to spend a
Right.
lot of time as well as money into changing the entire
Correct.
system. So
Mm-hmm.
as we understand, most of the enterprise level organizations, they already have access control system in
Yeah.
place, and they
Yes.
have already spent good. So we do not need to change entire system. We do not need to change entire premises. If you
Okay.
can just allow me to show you how a normal access control system looks like. you
Uh-huh.
know
Sure, no problem. You can go ahead,
just a
Pankaj.
moment. Okay. So I hope you can see my screen, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So if you see, the 90% of access control components are like, your card, your readers, your controllers, your log, your accessories, and software, right?
Right.
So when we want to make this system from, touchless, when we are talking about touchless, so
Mm-hmm.
what we need to change actually is just by changing this reader, which is a touch point. Just by changing this reader, we can convert a existing access control system into a mobile access system, compatible access control system. So you don't need to change anything on your controller, on your software, on your cabling, wiring, accessories, locks. So 90% of investment whatever you have as existing access control system, that need not to be changed. So
Okay.
what you can do, either you can upgrade your if because in enterprise segment, our HID is having a very strong presence. Almost more than 80-85% organizations, they are using HID card and readers.
Yeah, that's
So if
correct.
they are having existing I-class or multi-class readers, which are post 2014, which are deployed post 2014,
Mm-hmm.
can be upgraded on the site itself.
Oh,
For
wow.
upgrading, yeah, we can give a BLE reader, a BLE module, and
Okay.
that module can be fitted on the same reader by
Okay.
your engineer on site. And by for upgrading that, don't think it will, for any trained engineer, it will take more than 2 minutes.
Okay. So it's just a plug and play device, you mean?
It's just a plug and play. For if it's a HID I-class or a multi-class reader,
Okay.
we can offer a module which can be fitted into inside the reader, and existing reader. And say if the reader which is there is a third party reader or a biometric reader or a prox reader, or any third party reader which is
Mm-hmm.
not compatible with this particular module, then you
Mm-hmm.
can just plug out this reader and plug in new reader, and
Okay.
your facility is just ready to go mobile, go touchless, and just buy number of credentials what you want to, as per your number of user requirement, and you can just be online within next 1 or 2 days. That's it.
Okay. And just to understand, like the reader which you are saying, like if it is of third party, then we need to change the entire reader, you say, right?
Yes, if it is a third party reader or biometric reader, then obviously we'll have to change the reader, because that won't be compatible with our BLE module. But if it is a HID I-class or multi-class reader and
Okay.
post deployed post 2014,
14.
because there is some specific firmware requirement also for
Mm-hmm.
being upgradable. So that also can be upgraded at the site. But if you look at it, entire solution, the reader cost is not as compared to the complete cost of installation, commissioning, and controller, wiring, your lock, accessory, that constitute almost 90% of the cost of the entire
Right.
solution.
Right. And Pankaj, how easy it is to, access this mobile credentials on the system? Like, how does it work? Can you just elaborate a bit on it, like how the system functions basically?
Yeah. So if you can look at this slide, so
Mm-hmm.
there are majorly three components to it. So one is reader, which we have talked about, we have
Mm-hmm.
discussed about. So you need to have a mobile compatible reader where the communication can happen with the Bluetooth or NFC. It supports NFC also, but it is not predominantly used. Then
Okay.
you have a cloud portal, like how we give a physical cards physically. So for giving issuing digital cards, we need a digital credential.
Okay.
So this is a cloud portal where through which you can do the issuance and revoking of the credentials. So it is
Mhm.
basically a credential management portal. It is
So
a secure
you
cloud
mean
portal.
the existing access control software and this management software is altogether different. It's not one and the same, right?
No, no, no. So access control system, which is access control software, which is connected to your controller, that will remain same. It has nothing to do with
Okay.
it. We are not going to touch anything on the background. On
Okay.
backend, we are not going to touch. Whatever changes are going to happen, it is in the form of a communication with the reader. So earlier we used to
Okay.
either use our finger, or we used to
Right.
use our card or anything else. In place of
Mhm.
that, we are going to use our mobile. So this portal, cloud portal, which is there, is all about issuance and revoking of credentials. So you want to issue a
Okay.
credential to your user,
Hmm.
just enter his mail ID and click and issue a credential over the air. You want to
Okay.
revoke, if anyone is leaving the organization and he want to revoke the credential, you can just revoke it over there. So it is so simple, just at a click. You do not need to actually, for issuing credential and revoking also, you do not need to touch it. So
Okay.
HR can do it, or admin can do it over there also.
Oh, but then one doubt that comes to my mind is like being, this kind of a Bluetooth communication and all, and it's happening kind of a wireless. So how secured is this communication protocol? Like, because it's all about the identity management, and you might be listening about all the hackers which are going around, and it is getting difficult to have the data on the net. So,
Yes, I do yeah, I do agree with you. I think uh, this is a very relevant question. When you are going on a IoT, or when you are going on a mobile or something, then it becomes vulnerable, because it is very easy to do that. But uh, I would like to emphasize that this is a completely secure technology. It's based on a COS, which is a sixth generation technology developed by HID, and it is based on a COS platform. So it is having multi-layered security. It is 128-bit encrypted. Whatever
okay.
communication is happening over there, that is also encrypted, and we use and our system is EAL5 plus approved also.
Oh, wow. That's a high
Okay,
standard
so
of
we
security
use all
protocol.
high standard, international standard of security in
Mhm.
terms of IT security, and everything that is already been taken care of in terms of encryption
Okay.
or whatever is required, that is already there. So you can't transfer this from a credential from one phone to other phone also. So
Oh,
that
wow.
yeah, you need not to be worried about that. All level of
Mhm.
security has been taken care of.
Okay. Great. And then, this was about, the regular people who are already working with the organization. But like any temporary staff or the vendors or the visitors who are coming to the premises, is there any mechanism we can control or issue the credential to such people?
Yes. So what happens? These credentials are on a subscription-based licensing basis. So you can revoke and reissue these licenses
Okay.
regularly. There is no limitation. So what happens? Suppose there is a vendor, IT support engineer, or any maintenance engineer from a vendor who is going to come to your premises for say 2 days. Then
Hmm.
you can issue him over the air, and okay, he is coming on Monday, and he will be leaving on say Wednesday or something. Then on
Hmm.
Thursday, Wednesday evening, you can revoke it over there. Nowadays everyone is using smartphones, everyone is having smartphones. So you either, whether it is your a vendor, or whether any visitor who is coming for a short period of time, you can
Hmm.
issue him and revoke that credential, and once you revoke, it is available for reissuing again. So it
So,
is a rotatable, so there is no limitation. You can, within the number of user licenses what you have taken, then
mhm.
you can rotate it among different users.
So we have to manually revoke the accessibility from the system. We cannot set the validity period as such.
uh, that is also possible, but that
Okay.
integration needs to be done by the access control or visitor
Okay.
system. So
Okay.
system, if you are working from portal, then it is manual. If the someone on background, if they integrates, then it is possible from their system.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And
So we
like
have our SDK APIs also available. We can share that.
fine. So third party can take over the APIs and
Third
they
party
can
can,
integrate.
yeah, if any integration they want to do and utilize it for automation, they can do
Hmm.
it.
Okay, sounds good. But then this everything works on a smartphone. So is there any specific smartphone requirement, like it has to be A grade phones for the application usage, anything like that?
Yeah, it supports basically. I can show you. It supports iOS and Android, and there
Okay.
are almost more than 280 plus handphones which are
Hmm.
currently opening the doors globally, and it
Oh
is
wow.
across all the different brands from like Samsung to Huawei to LG to Xiaomi to Oppo to Vivo. So I can share you
Oh,
the list of all the handphones which are currently opening the doors globally. So
mhm,
it's they are tested. So apart from that also, so other apart from that, whatever has smartphones are available, they
mhm.
can also work, but these are the tested ones from our
Okay.
side. Okay, so we
Okay.
keep on adding and we keep on upgrading this list frequently. So as of now there are more than 280 plus, but at the same time, if any user who is not having a compatible handphone, he can still continue using a card. So our reader
Right.
accepts communication through Bluetooth. At the
Okay.
same time, it accepts through a regular RF card also. So those who are not having compatible smartphone, they can operate with their cards
Using the
also.
cards.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. So there is no limitation on that.
And also, like this particular mobile credentials, like it can be used cross countries also, or it is limited to that particular location only.
As such, there is no limitation because
Okay.
if what happens, we generate once any end customer want to go for a mobile credential, we generate a mobile unique mobile key for that particular organization, and that
Okay.
same key gets loaded on the reader and same key gets loaded on the credentials also. So this is one additional
Okay.
level of security. So every
Mhm.
credential is a unique for its organization. So whether they want to use the same key and same cloud portal across
Mhm.
different facilities within country or among different countries, it's up to organization, or they can have a different portals or different keys also at different locations. So it's all organization how they want to do it. There is no limitation from our side.
Okay. Sounds good, Pankaj. Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing this particular information. I think it was useful to all our listeners, basically. So I really want to thank you, Pankaj, for taking out your busy schedule and sharing this valuable information that can help companies restore their production facilities in their unit. And with such a small cost and easy to deploy solution, I think the companies will definitely look into this. Listeners, if you really like this particular solution, do let us know. Drop your comments here in below and click on the link below for more information. Thank you very much. And
Thank you, Sandeep. Thanks for